Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, y'all, to a brand new live show. We are on site today at a new location because we got some guests with us today. I wanted to make sure, I asked today at the last minute for these guests. So that's a good thing about it. And they made themselves available for me, y'all. So let's give it up for the guests before y'all even meet them for just being able to engage. But welcome to Shelby's World Live. It is Wednesday, May 15th. We are back in the building. We try to stay consistent, and I'm glad that y'all consistently watch. Okay. So with that being said, let's get into the show. We are going to bring in our guests. I'm going to introduce them one by one. They'll walk in two here, and if they decide to give y'all a little bit of background information about who they are, it's up to them. We ain't gonna push it, but let's get the show started. All right. Welcome, 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 and welcome. Jada already sent us a comment. What it do? What's up, Jay? Welcome in. Let's bring in our first guest. That will be Jaden. Welcome, welcome, welcome to SW Live, Jaden. Tell the people hello. How old are you, Jay? 14. The voice so deep, y'all. It sounds like a grown ass man in here. Our next guest, let's bring on Erica. What's up, E?
What's up?
Well, y'all already know Erica from Gen Z, so she just back for another conversation today. She's gonna be back with Gen Z, of course, though. Let's bring on Mikhail. Welcome, Mikhail. Welcome.
How you doing? How y'all doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the show, and we're gonna start the show off today with our quote of the day. We always do a quote, and today's quote today's show is no different. So today's quote is: "Colored kids don't get to be innocent. It's like you come out of the womb full grown. The way the world treats you." Signed, a young black man. So I need some feedback. What y'all think about that quote?
I'll go first. I feel like the quote basically means like colored kids already have what is the word? Stigma against them automatically out of the womb. We're expected to have so much and do so much because of what our ancestors were put through.
Okay. All right. I like that. Good response. What you think, KLJ? What's up?
I feel like she kind of stole the words out of my mouth, so I can't really touch on what she said because I agree with it.
You agree with it? Okay. What about you, Jay?
The same way.
You feel the same way? All right. So with that being said, colored kids don't get a chance to be innocent. So as a breakdown to that, Erica and the kids, the young adults. I got to call y'all that, huh?
Yes, because we're not kids no more.
Well, Jay, y'all want to be kids when it fits for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's remember when we say that. Yo, 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 Dawn in the building. What's happening, sis? All right. So the breakdown of the quote the young adults did a good job with breaking down the quote, but we want to go a little more in depth with it. We, like she said, we're already stigmatized before we even come out the womb. So when we do come out the womb, we are already probably labeled into being people that are going to do this. They feel like we're gonna do this. They already think that we're gonna be deadbeats, this, and this. So with a young black man making this quote and stating this, he's probably already had been through certain different renditions of racism, different renditions of prejudices. Have you all experienced anything that made you feel like your color is a problem? Nobody?
Not really, no.
Yeah, not really.
Hey, Bree. So not really. Okay.
To me personally, because I say it's not more so of a race thing when I was selected something to be picked on. it's more so of a generation thing. Like they also have a stigma on our generation. So I wouldn't say it was just based on color.
What's the stigma you feel like is on your generation?
We lazy. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do that. We want everything handed to us. We want easy way out, stuff like that.
Okay.
So I feel like that has nothing to do really with color. I was never like treated unfairly because of racism, though. In my opinion, I don't remember if I was.
So you don't, okay, so you've never experienced it on a personal level. And it sounds to me like none of you all have had to deal directly with it. And that's a good thing. I don't want anybody to think that you need to deal with it or it shouldn't be something that's a part of your life just because it's a part of everyday life. It doesn't have to be a direct connection to you, which is a good thing. We want to definitely be mindful of what affects us and what doesn't. So racism, even if you may think that you're being treated the same way as the other kids, but when you look around, the other kids look just like you. So a lot of times you don't know when you're being having prejudices against you if everybody looked like you and the teacher the only shade that's different. They can say things that won't even make you think that this is not supposed to be said. So just always pay attention to that, because when you're dealing with anybody in life, they will throw out any remarks to make you feel less than. Please believe it. Okay? But I'm very, very happy to know that y'all haven't had to experience any of that. Okay? So, booyah, we're going to go ahead and jump into the conversation for the day. What did I say, Jay? I mean,
Yo, Jay.
Okay, we're gonna go up to our we're gonna take off that quote and we're gonna go ahead and jump into the conversation today because it's a good one. We got a couple of questions that we're going to be asking the youth, and you'll be surprised what some of your kids think without even having the conversation with them. If you've never asked them certain things, you'll be surprised at what they say and how they feel in certain areas. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let's do it. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. What do you feel like if a mother says, "Tell me Happy Father's Day"? How does that make you feel? What would you think? If do you think, because so the question is, are some mothers selfish to want to be told Happy Father's Day? Do you think that's a selfish thing? Do you think that that's something that they deserve to hear? What do you think about that statement?
I don't really think it's selfish, because I mean, depending on if it's a single mother or not, if it's a single mother, they're taking on the father role too. So I don't feel like it's selfish.
What do you mean a person is taking on the father role? You know that can't be done, right?
Yeah. I mean, logically it can't be done. Yeah, but I mean, I guess they're doing things
that a father
would like supposed to. Like, say if I had football games, my dad's supposed to be there at my football game, but now my dad's not there, so my mom's there.
Your mama gonna be there regardless.
I mean, but even if just
I understand your reasoning behind that, because this is what a lot of people use as a justification for saying, "Tell me Happy Father's Day." So, feeling anybody, but I want to know, Erica, Jaden, what's your response?
I think if a mother believes that they're
Okay, my bad, Jay. Go.
But if mother believes that they're playing the father and the mother role, then
you feel like they should be told that?
Yeah.
So what do you all feel like a father role is? Well, before then, Erica, what do you think? Why do I keep calling out everybody else's name?
Exactly. But in my personal opinion, I feel like I wouldn't say a parent couldn't play both roles, but it kind of is like you are kind of fitting into playing both roles, quote unquote, simply because if you missing one parent or one parent is not there, that the parent that is standing in the paint for both parents, they kind of are overplaying their part, trying to be a mother and a father, because it's especially with a young man, it's certain stuff as a mother that you feel like you may not be able to teach your son, but being that you are kind of quote unquote both parents, he has to rely on you in all aspects to get the information he needs growing up in society as a young man. So I feel like you kind of do have to, man up and teach your kids certain stuff like that. The father would be there to teach them, but you necessarily, I guess, like kids say, necessarily you can't play both roles, but in certain aspects you may have to.
So doing the parent thing of having to be there in a full capacity is a full capacity. There's no, you can't do things that replace the father. What you can do is try to fill certain voids. So that would mean either bringing in male figures in their lives, like uncles, brothers, people, other males, friends that are good role models and things like that. Those are some of the things that you can do to assist in that. Let me get this comment. Jada says, I understand that's how they feel. It's still selfish because some fathers are doing their job out there.
But we're not talking about the fathers.
No, we're talking about people. We're talking about people in general, because there's still mothers that even when fathers are doing their job, that state that. The question was simply, are some mothers selfish to want to be told Happy Father's Day? Not specifically directed to single mothers. So that I understand that part too. And then now when you put a father on child support, that's almost them doing 50% of what they're supposed to do, because finances are 50% of what a kid needs. Mm-hmm. So if you getting the finances, they missing on other things that they're not getting that. So it does benefit them to have those male role models. Definitely can't be done. Bree says, man, I'm crying. Here she go. And then Don comes with a mother can never fill the void of a father. Very, very true. That's a void that cannot be done. A father is there for many reasons. A daughter needs a father. A son needs a father. A daughter needs a father to be shown how to be treated by a male, how to be loved by a male. He's supposed to be showing either the mother or the woman in his life how to treat his daughter. She's supposed to see an example of that. Not just treat the responsibilities that they're supposed to have in the household. The mother's role in a son's life is pretty much the same as well. You have to show what your son is supposed to need, want, and nourish from another woman whenever he gets in those relationships. Some of the things that we show our children, we end up regretting, because at some point now you're like, dang, this is probably why he act like that, when you think about certain things. So you gotta give your kids the best of who you are as the mom. You can't play the father role because you got too much to do in the mother role. You can't play a mother role because you got too much to do in a father role. It is kind of selfish for a person to want to be told that, because your day already passed and you're a mother every day, so you shouldn't even have to be told Happy Father's Day.
I definitely don't agree that you should be telling your mother Happy Father's Day or your dad Happy Mother's Day. It's a made up holiday anyways, first of all. So that shouldn't even, you should be getting told thank you and Happy Mother's Day every day from your kids. So I definitely disagree with telling them Happy Mother's Day on Father's Day. Like, that's childish.
Absolutely. I can only teach a man from a woman's point of view. Very true. You don't hear a man raising their kids saying, tell me Happy Father's Day. You definitely don't. That's very, very true. So we definitely don't want to be around here getting caught up in this stigma, just saying, oh, I'm going to make her feel good because she has to do the role of mother and father, so I'm going to go ahead and tell her Happy Father's Day. Please. Let's find something else better to do. Next topic. Y'all doing good. Thank y'all. All right. What are you willing to risk and lose for your happiness?
Negative energy. So if it's negative energy or toxic people. So if you negative or toxic, we're gonna automatically get rid of you. Anything negative or toxic, whether it be a job, a person, a hobby, anything negative. If we don't like it, we gotta go. It gotta go.
But is that a risk? Are you losing something by giving them negative, toxic people? What you losing? That person?
You may a person may have not always been negative or toxic, but certain characteristics of them have changed over time and they have become negative or toxic. So of course, once you build a great friendship with that person. So if you have to remove them out of your life, that's gonna be kind of like torn, you're gonna be in shambles. With the job, it could be a very good income, but it may not be healthy for you as a person, so you may have to get rid of it.
So again, the question is, do you feel like what you're losing is that person?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to make sure we got the gist of that though, because you was like, because of what the energy brings and all that. But I wanted to know, is it the reason why it would upset you is because you're losing the person, the toxic person? And that's understandable because it may be somebody who's close to you. Yeah, all right, Jay, what you got for me? You thought about that one yet? You ain't gotta you ain't gotta answer it if you don't think that that's something that applies to you. But I will ask the question again. What are you willing to risk and lose for your happiness? Like, I just want you to think about that. If you thought about it and you got a response from me, give it to me. But if you don't think that that's something that worries you or gives you any headache, then don't worry about it. You too, Kiel. What's up? What you got to say about that? You don't got nothing for that? Why? You don't deal with negative energy? You don't deal with nothing that bothers y'all that you can say, I can live without it? No? Okay.
No.
All right. Cool. That's cool. What makes a marriage real to you? The paperwork or the commitment? What makes marriage real? The paperwork or the commitment?
I would assume the commitment.
You would assume the commitment, Cal?
Yeah.
Speak up. Tell people why.
I mean, I feel like it's self-explanatory.
I
I really do. Like,
this is from your point of view.
I mean, I can't really say anything because I haven't been married. So,
But are you thinking about that being in your future one day?
Yes. Yeah.
So what would be important to you more, the paperwork or the commitment?
And why?
The commitment.
And why?
I mean, I just feel like I want to marry somebody who wants to also be with and marry me.
Cool. Right. That's why you asking to marry. But the commitment it's beyond just saying I do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I say expound on it. Give me a little bit more.
Can you come back to me?
Sure.
I'm not answering questions first anymore.
What you think, Jay? What's more important, the marriage or the commitment?
Probably the commitment.
And why would you think that?
You can just sign on. You can just sign anything. You can't have no meaning behind it.
Correct. True, Jay.
So yeah.
I like that, Jay. You gotta say. I don't think that
Yeah,
people heard you. Say it again into the mic.
I said you could sign off for anything, but you can have no meaning behind it.
Okay. How like? Because okay, if you don't even have the marriage, would the commitment still be in your relationship? So therefore, the commitment would be the most important part in general, because you got to have the commitment before the marriage anyway, right? You definitely got to have it. So I would definitely say commitment. Eric, what's your thought on that?
I believe commitment definitely has to come first before the quote unquote marriage or the law written terms. Yeah, I would definitely say commitment has to come first, simply because without commitment, there isn't actual love. Because with commitment, you have to make sacrifices. You have to build trust. it's so much you have to do in order to bond and actually create a marriage or a unit when talking about being married. So I would say the commitment definitely would have to come first, so that you can make sure that is something you want to do, which is get married. Because once it's legalized, it's kind of hard to come out of.
Right, you fighting for it. You fighting to get out there. Latoya says you don't start acting married at the wedding. Commitment comes first. So right or wrong, that we know commitment is there. I just want the reason why that question was asked is because you want to see depth of commitment. You want to hear it. And I'm not feeling like, I'm not saying that so y'all can feel like y'all supposed to know the extreme level of where that goes at this age or whatever, but it gives you at least the opportunity to at least be able to say, you know, at the age of 19 or the age of 14, this is the way I thought things were. So I can go back and look on that, and I can take that generalization and be like, okay, this is what I can add to it. Because yes, you know, commitment has to be garnered, but you also have to have depths of commitment. Commitment is not just saying I don't cheat on her and that makes me committed. No. All right. So good job. I like that on all the responses. Let's go to our next question. What do y'all think about the education system?
Now, Kel, you're a graduated senior. I think you have
Answer
some.
first, last.
Okay, we can have Jay go first. What do you feel like on the education system, being that you're still in school, you know, and just got into high school?
What y'all think? Do you think that you're learning well? Do you think that things that you're being taught are things that you're going to use in your life? Like,
No.
what do you think about your education system?
Okay, so say
Let's speak up.
Half the stuff that we learn in school, not gonna use that past the age of like 21. Facts. Like, why are y'all teaching me calculus? I'm never gonna use calculus ever. Some of the stuff they teach, we don't need. Now, history-wise, it's all wrong. History-wise, it's all wrong. Half the stuff they teach in history is not even true.
that's true. Half of the stuff that is taught in history is definitely rewritten. But how I feel about the education system, based on the education system, since we've been in school the whole 12 years, it's been based upon a test, basically, to get you to pass a test, to get you to pass tests. Even though they're taking tests out, they're bringing new tests in. It's always going to be about a test in our education system. It's really not about learning anymore in today's time. I think it's more so about getting you prepared for statistics and like the general population on how the teenage brain works. It's never, they basically want to give us written tests, see where our mind is, see how far we can expand it, where we're at, to put us on the next level. Like, that's all it's about in the education system now. It's nothing really about true definition of learning. So if you have kids, just homeschool them.
So that answers the next question. Do you think you receive or are receiving a good education? Now, I will say that there are a lot of dynamics taken out of the school system, but teachers are losing their rights. They don't have the right to do a lot of things that they want to do anymore. You see the governor signing off on several bills to retract information. They're taking history books out. We can do without those. But the Black American history books, they're removing. You can't even teach Black history in schools no more. So,
oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, Florida has denounced it. So they have taken a lot away from the education system. And I won't say that math is a derivative that you cannot use, because when you in high school, you're gonna take that math to college. You may not be able to use it in everyday life, but you're gonna have to use it in college. If you go to grad school and they major in something like that's scientific as a nurse and all that, you're gonna still need math. It's gonna be a constant thing. So it's certain aspects of what you're going to school for will change the dynamic of what you need and what you don't need.
Maybe in simple terms, certain maths, but I would never agree that y equals mx plus whatever it is, we will ever need that. I haven't seen it ever So in certain aspects, maybe like calculus, maybe geometry, if you're going to school to be like an architect or something like, or engineering. But as far as fractions, they did too much with us. I feel they overcomplicated things.
Bree said, yes, school is really just about going to pass, barely learning anything. That's really bad.
It's been like that for a while.
All right, so there's a new trend out, and I want to ask this because we got some males in here today. We're gonna jump to this question really quickly, and then I'm gonna go back to my sheet. This one popped up on me today out the blue. It scared me a little bit because I realized this is what's happening. A new generation of Black male athletes are pushing the boundaries of men's beauty through the trend of nail art. Top draft picks, Caleb Williams, Jared McCain, and track star Noah Lyles all are well known for polishing their nails. Some like the new trend for men, but others don't. What do you think? This is the picture of the male with his nails polished. Let me see if I can show my audience real quick. Can y'all see that without too much? Probably not.
He's talking about this is my topic.
Okay, so tell me, Kel, speak up. What's up? What do you think about it?
Auntie Angela, this is not, sorry, disclaimer, quick disclaimer, this is not about NBA Youngboy.
Wait a minute. School
Leave control out of this.
School stuff sucks for real. What is
She showed a football player.
I showed a basketball player?
Or whoever. Let's keep it at that. Let's keep it at that. Now go, Kel.
Y'all favorite rapper too is what Angela said was next.
Leave
Oh,
control
wow.
out of this.
Okay, Auntie, you didn't have to bring up Youngboy. Somebody said bye. Don't forget YB. Oh goodness. Okay, so we're going. Hey, music tastes whack anyway. Her
Music taste is wet anyway.
Okay,
She's talking about Auntie
okay,
Angela.
come on. All right, let's
keep
go,
on
let's
with
go.
the topic.
Kale, what do you think?
I mean, I really don't see the issue with it.
You don't see you like the nail art?
I mean, I personally wouldn't do it, but if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. It don't affect how they do their
Perform.
profession anyway. So, like Caleb Williams, it didn't affect him. He just went number 1 overall in the draft. Jared McCain, he just balled out as a freshman in college. Noah Lyles, one of the fastest people on the planet. So, I don't really think it has that much effect. This is about the young boy.
Okay.
So they're talking about the manhood portion of it, not just the athletic version. So what do you think about if you don't? It doesn't have to affect them playing basketball because I don't expect nail polish to make you worse. But does it speak to the youth in a certain manner? Does it affect anything masculinity? What do you like? It does it have any effect on that in your opinion?
Maybe to some people it does.
But just not to you.
Not really.
Okay.
I feel like
I appreciate that.
In my opinion, do not get your nails painted. In my opinion, simply because that takes away a lot of
Masculinity.
I can't really pronounce the words good. Masculinity, simply because nail paint is it's gender roles here. Let's just really be all the way honest. It's gender roles. Certain stuff are meant for women and certain stuff are meant for males. And it's just like females can't have nothing to themselves no more. Whether you get your nails painted black, clear, or whatever, please stick to what you know. And it's really kind of like the social media is taking over and influencing this because back then, before Instagram, before TikTok, you would have never seen men walk around with color. We literally was in a Walmart, me and my cousin, and I seen a man with French tip, long lime green nails. You would have never seen that back then. I feel like it's social media and it's a big influence and it's ridiculous, honestly, to me. It takes away a lot of masculinity. If I see a man with his nails painted, I'm going to automatically assume he's gay. And I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but y'all want to be judged at this point.
Why y'all saying what?
It worked in the middle just fine.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
You said they barely could hear you.
No, that's because he was speaking low and deep, but not loud enough. Jay, what's your take on that?
I don't really understand what I really like to serve people.
You what?
People have their personal preferences. If you want to get your nails painted, why does that like?
Would you allow your son to have his nails painted at the age of 5 years old playing
No.
basketball?
No.
Because some of these same people, it's a discussion beyond
Miss Latoya, Prince, and who else did she say? Dennis Rodman. In my opinion, I would still assume that they were gay. My personal opinion.
Girl, Prince got plenty coochie.
Prince gave me gay automatically when I see him perform. Y'all talk about Young Thug, but Prince wore the same stuff as Young Thug.
On your response. But no, I get that. No, I as a kid, I can say that myself. As a kid, I actually thought Prince was gay. I never, and Dennis Rodman. I didn't care nothing about how many girls they had. I just automatically assumed that they were gay. So, but knowing as they were coming, things were happening back then where people were starting to go into this expressing stage where they wanted to be accepted. So they wanted to be different. We called it weird back then, but now it's everybody doing it now, right?
And that's ridiculous to me. I wouldn't. If my son walked around with his nails painted, it's an automatic. I'm sorry, and don't take offense to this. My uncle is on here, but I see him with a cross. I say, "What are you doing?" Certain stuff we gotta stick to our limit, okay? That's all I'm saying.
What does this comment right here say?
It's actually quite embarrassing. Boys need to be boys and girls be girls. Social media get people head mixed up nowadays. I really need to talk with them.
I like that comment. Social media has definitely done a lot. We will say that. It definitely has done a lot. Metrosexual is the word. That's the word for Prince and Dennis. What did Bree say? He is gay, auntie. Getting that means nothing.
And to branch
so then we're gonna say that by young boy?
Yeah, we're gonna say that by young boy too. I look at him.
So I will try to accept that then.
Let me just say I look at him sideways too, but like Kel say, it does not take away from their professionalism, like what they got going on in their field. It don't take away from that. So young boy music is still awesome, amazing to me. But when I seen those nails painted, I'm like, yeah, he lose his mind.
Jada says you can get coochie and still be gay. It's called a cover up. Again, we back to YB.
Okay. Hold on one second.
No, y'all gotta accept that.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
You can I know you can't. You can't disagree.
Simply because.
No, I want to hear it. Yep, Jada is the response. Then Terrence says they took metrosexual to another level, and they surely did. They took metrosexual to another level. They have. So y'all, she talking about nah, auntie, don't keep bringing. Yes, we're gonna do that because y'all gotta hear that. Y'all want to sit up and call Prince and Dennis Rodman again. I just said they got plenty of coochie, but we know young boy hunter girls too, right?
Okay, we done with that.
No,
next topic.
We're gonna have to be.
We have to get off this topic. We done with that topic.
No, we have to be honest with ourselves. Honestly, I agree with what Erica said about social media. We quite great, but we still have to go back to the fact of he might be considered gay as well.
Okay, we done with that topic.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
let's move on.
Young boy's probably gonna watch this one.
Y'all said Prince is different. Prince was different. That's what he said right here. Prince was different.
So in that case, young boy is different.
But when we defend that, y'all still say he was gay.
I didn't say he was gay. I said I would assume he's gay. Like I said, I looked at young boy sideways when he started doing the makeup and the black nail polish. I was like, yeah, this man. But some people would consider that as gothic. Me, automatically, you done lost a part of your manhood.
And I agree. Okay, let's move on. Bree, we don't want to fight about it.
Yeah, she like to tussle.
She tussling in the comments about it. What Jada said.
Well, you already read that.
I read it. Okay, I skipped. Let me get back past that. Bree. Jada said Bree.
They keep talking about young boy. Let's move on.
Okay, what's the last comment right now?
Young boy.
Wait a minute. We know about YB, but stop using him as an example. Prince was gay. Yeah, auntie, don't talk about him no more. Wow. I got threatened through the comments. All right, so we're gonna
Jada,
move
be
on.
quiet. We moving on.
We're gonna move. You don't want to hear that part, huh? Jada, last comment was, I feel YB can be gay as well. Okay.
We moving on.
All right. Do you believe? Now this one's gonna make Erica get upset. Do you believe the Black youth face depression, suicide thoughts, and anxiety at higher rates than other races?
Y'all want to take a hand on this? Yeah, okay, one of y'all go.
I don't know. She said it'll make you upset. So I don't know what you.
Wait, before we move on, Latoya said, are these young men claiming to be straight? And the answer is yes, Latoya. They're claiming to be straight, but they have nail polish. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and, they don't want to hear about YB no more, so I'm going to go ahead and get off YB.
Okay. How I feel about the depression, whole depression act, now in today's terms, you can't never even tell if somebody is faking it or keeping it all the way real, because it's become a trend to be depressed or to be unhappy in society. And it's like, as teenagers in the Black youth, my life was good coming up. Anybody around me, life was good coming up. It's not really a lot of things you can be upset or sad about to be depressed all the time. Even a lot of times in our youth, in Black youth, people become depressed because their mom doesn't agree with certain things they may do, or because they're making bad choices and it's causing something big on their life. Like, it's always stuff like that causes depression. It's never nothing real like, oh, my parent just died, so I fell into depression, or I see my friend get cute to me, in front of me, so I fell into depression. It's always petty, basic, simple stuff that always makes people.
A friend get killed in front of you is not petty basic.
I'm not saying you didn't listen to me.
Okay, I just want to be sure. No. I heard everything you said. I was just, that last part kind of had threw me off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it's never like real stuff like that makes us as teenagers fall into depression. It's always simple stuff and petty stuff. Like, it's the most petty stuff ever. You can lose 3 friends and, oh, I'm so depressed. That's childish to me. It's certain stuff like that that's childish. It's like, it's become kind of cool to be depressed now, if that makes sense.
And they get paid for it. Rod Wave got 3-4 albums about it.
Yeah, and he's fake depressed because he's a cheater and a beater. But we can continue to move.
Anybody else feel that Black people? Now the question was, do y'all feel like the Black youth have more mental illnesses than any other race?
Yes.
So we will accept that that's the truth. And it comes from a lot of different reasons. Poverty.
Now the important reasons I can understand, but I still feel like you don't let that make you. In my opinion, don't let that make you depressed.
Well, not just depression, mental illness in general.
That's fake.
So that would come on now. We're not gonna sit up here and take the diagnosis of things that really matter.
That's like ADHD. That's fake to me.
ADHD might be fake to you, but mental disorders, Alzheimer's is a mental disability, and it's something that leads to dementia. And dementia is the actual diagnosis. Okay. But those is certain things, and then you got certain disorders, food disorders. You got different things that affect people that are actually real deal things. Now, I wouldn't say that every mental disorder has the highest level, because they're making up mental disorders every day as we go along.
Yeah, like,
but I wouldn't say
certain mental illnesses like depression. I'm starting to believe it's fake. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not going to keep believing everybody depressed, man. Like,
well, you can't, just because you don't believe everybody depressed doesn't mean the actual depression is fake. The mental illness of depression isn't fake. People faking depression is real. That's what's happening. But you can't throw a whole mental illness away just because people faking it. That's not cool. Not even taking away real people diagnoses. A lot of kids follow a trend to be depressed, says Bree. Jada says depression is fun nowadays. They use it as an excuse. Parents are not always going to agree with you. Neither is the world. So when people yell out depression, they need to be serious. Don says they have many reasons to be depressed. Just living as a Black person in society comes with a lot. Everyday judgment from your own kind is enough to carry along. I'm telling you, poverty, the lack of people not having this, you get bullied, certain clothes you got on make you get bullied. It's a lot of things that lead into depression. We cannot throw away a whole mental disorder because 19 and 20-year-old people faking it. We cannot. That
I said the real stuff that makes you depressed, like Auntie Dunn just stated. That stuff, nah, that's believable. But I'm telling you based on what I see. What I see. People are becoming depressed based on what I
and
see.
again, that like I said, that's y'all age range. You seeing it from based on your age range of people who you are around. There are several people that go through things outside of what you don't see, which leads to bigger issues. Disorders are disorders. Let me go down to Jada says she agree with Auntie. Latoya said, I don't believe our Black and brown suffer from depression more, but I do believe that they are less likely to get help for it. We are the community that's less likely to get help for it. And I do believe that our Black and brown may suffer a little bit more just because of their extenuating circumstances. I'm not saying that they suffer greater, like much more than other races, because other races do have depression.
I definitely agree with Latoya. We're definitely less likely to get help.
We ain't gonna get the help
because Black people automatically put a label on therapy. If you get any type of therapy, if you get any type of help, what's going on? We don't talk to people.
Well, I'm telling you one thing about me. I don't care what nobody think. I'm gonna get my help. So but that doesn't mean that all of us avoid the stigma. A lot of us do pick and choose our battles based on what other people don't think, and that is very, very sad. So, Don said, afraid to address it based on how others feel. Same thing I just pretty much said. Jada said she agreed all of those things can lead to depression, but why do people let that affect the rest of their life? People can be depressed for years. That's crazy because they never got the help for it. They never got the help for it from jump most times. And then sometimes when you don't get the help for it, that depression turns into something worse.
Anger.
Not even just that. It goes to a worse disease. Now you got a mental disorder of like bipolar, schizophrenia, because you done told yourself things that ain't even real because of things that you feel in your own mind that you ain't open up and ask somebody. And therapy releases certain things, because if you go and talk to somebody, they can go ahead and let you know how false that identity that you putting on is. Like, you got to get that help, man. You got to get that help. It's important. It's definitely important. Let's see what he says. She says, young lady, you are mature for your age. To some, not fitting in is depressing. They be ready to kill themselves over a boyfriend.
Hello.
Completely.
I don't deal with that.
And it's insane. And it's insane. What's going on, E?
That's foolery.
Taryn, you need help or have great support system. People are really afraid to be labeled. Yep. They are very afraid of it.
And thank you, Miss
Yes,
Latoya.
I don't understand. Jay said, yes, Miss Latoya, I just don't understand. Okay. Next question. Do you feel you live in a violent generation?
Now,
Yes.
Now I need the men to speak up on this and tell me why.
What was your
Y'all see and hear about violence every day. I need somebody to say something.
this is pathetic.
Yes, I do believe that we
What happens
Wait, what's the
violently
question?
around you, Jay?
I mean, I don't see it firsthand, but like I hear about it and stuff.
Do you
I
see
think
violence at your school?
Like,
You don't see
besides-
fights?
I see fights.
Okay, so go ahead and give me some detail. There we go. Come on, break it out.
Nah, it's like became a trend. Mm-hmm.
Fighting is a trend.
Yes.
Violence.
Violence
period.
as a whole.
Oh, violence. Oh, that's a good response. Violence is a trend now. Wow. That's damn. It's fucked up, but it's real. It's a whole trend now. It's just like depression is a trend.
Everything is a trend.
Y'all, and that's the thing about y'all generation. Y'all done took shit to a whole nother level that everything trendy. Doing this is trendy. Doing that is trendy. It's like, who cares? Yeah, so basically what you're telling me is y'all a generation of followers.
Yeah.
They're a generation of followers.
in the generation, baby. It's not
No, I'm
saying
not.
you
I'm my
are
own
a part. It
generation.
doesn't mean that you are it, but you definitely are a part of the generation.
I'm my own generation.
Terrence says, yes, it's a violent generation.
Go, Kel. Say what you need to say.
Go ahead, Kel.
Can you repeat the question?
Do you feel that you live that you live within a violent generation?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely do. I feel like this generation, nobody in this generation really know how to like talk and settle their differences. Really, they like be ready to go get a gun, and even then, if they do like have a problem with somebody, they're not willing to fight. Then shake hands after. They just ready to go shoot and kill somebody for nothing. So I do feel like the generation is definitely more violent. Yeah.
Well, that's what it says. And these drugs out here change the brain, and now you're suffering from other disorders. The drugs. Jada says, generation is too violent. It's pretty sick to see how young folks die daily and the world move on like it's normal. Now it is. And that's an issue right there. That now it's like you done set up here. We're numb to everyday violence. We're numb to everyday deaths. We're numb to it. It's like a normality now. And it's really, really sad.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. Like hearing somebody die around my age now, it's not even surprising. Where it's just like, dang, they died. How did they die? And the next day come, and 2-3 weeks later, you may hear that another person died. And it's actually pretty sad. Like they say, violence is a trend now, but it also is not only a trend, it's made to look cool. Like if you catch a body now, or you kill somebody now, or you done punch this person in the face, you look up to, oh yeah, they got that. Yeah, they like that. They like that. Like that's more so what it is, instead of like labeling the killer as a killer. Like
That's what they are.
literally, you hear more free you hear more free a killer than labeling the killer as a killer. I think our generation, not only is it trending, but it supports the activity. So that's why it will never slow down, because everything is supported now. Like everything, guns are supported. I remember we were just having this conversation Sunday where one of the people in my family said, you have to tote a gun now as a young man around our age group in our generation in Tallahassee specifically. Most people have to carry a gun because everyone else is, and to protect yourself, you may have to carry a gun, which is kind of true, honestly, because you never know what someone else is thinking. So just to protect yourself, you may need to carry that gun, because that's just where we're at now. And it's quite sad, but that's just where we're at. Honestly, it's sad. They support this behavior. That's why more and more kids are dying, and we're still kids, literally. We're not even making it to see 20, 16.
Terrence says the great points, and you made some very, very great points, y'all. I'm telling you, that was very, very good. Terrence says, I'm happy our kids are what we consider lame, but it's keeping them safe. Definitely. What does beefing?
No, she said beating.
Go ahead, Jay.
Beating a word
on my computer,
on camera is a trend for this generation. Just sad. That's another thing. Like, soon as a fight break out, you being recorded. That's how you go to jail, suspended from school, all type of stuff. Most of the fights that happen at school, a teacher or a principal wasn't even around to hear about it until a big old group of kids surrounded the fight and start recording. And then once
because they needed to go viral.
Yeah, and once that fight get recorded, it's everywhere now. Fights go on Twitter like this now. Don't fight.
Crazy. I don't know why y'all think y'all cats and got 9 lives or just don't kill. Jada said definitely Jada love to add bodies to their belts. Always have to prove a point. This generation sucks. Definitely the drugs. Terrence, speak, girl. Dawn, don't know how to express themselves when our reality, half of them just want to be each other's friends, but since they can't open up, they turn into hate for one another, and that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns.
And I can't even really say it's gun violence. I mean, it's gang violence anymore. Like
it's just violence.
That's
what it says. Why don't the youth value each other's lives, and how can adults help? How can the adults help? What can we do?
I feel me personally, I feel like how adults can help. Parents need to actually start being parents more, like parents of young men too, especially like parents need to actually start. If you feel like your son in some type of danger or doing something that he's not supposed to do, check his room, look around, always check. Start getting these locations to see where your kid posted up at every day. Make sure they're going to school. Like I say, check around. Make sure they don't have a gun, because if it's a gun in your house, that's a gun you can get rid of. That's one less gun out on the street. Even though they can get another one, it gotta be more rules in these households. There's no more rules no more. And then also Florida not making no more rules, because now you are able to carry a gun. Like, so it's
You're
just
not able. They just make it easier to throw you in jail for life. They saying that you don't have to have a concealed weapons license, but if you don't have one, you can go to jail, right? That's exactly what the law is.
But guess what? Our generation don't read up on all that.
It don't matter. That's why they're the ones. That's why they're the guppies for it.
Guess what? That's why they're continuously carrying a gun. That's why I said Florida is allowing it, because soon as our generation heard you don't have to have a license for it, guess what? We are.
But again, I still have to correct you when you say Florida is allowing it. They're not.
Man, if they release that law, that's allowing it.
That's
just
not
because,
allowing it.
just because you can get
You're
arrested,
still supposed to have no, that's not what I'm saying. You're still supposed to have a concealed weapons license to carry a gun. So if the law states you still have to have a license to carry a gun, but we're saying that if it's not mandatory that you go get one, doesn't mean that you don't need to go get one.
But when they first released that news article, it did not say you have to be licensed to carry a gun. It said you can. It did not say that on that news article when they dropped
I'm saying that's what the law states. They didn't have to say it in that bill, but the law states you have to have a license to carry a gun.
All I'm saying is when
y'all generation just ignoring
it's not that we ignoring it. Nobody is going to read up on a law when they drop a bill that said a totally different thing.
And that's what the bill. It don't. But baby, that just because people don't read doesn't mean that you're right.
Correct. I didn't say that.
I'm just telling you
when they dropped that bill, that's all the kids saw. So once the kids saw that, that's all they saw was.
And that's why again the whole parenting thing when you're supposed to be teaching your kids, that's what you're supposed to be talking about. You're supposed to be in there having these conversations, because when you don't, of course, when these people talk about they gang in gangs and they carrying guns, are you gonna be able to stop them regardless? It don't matter what the law says. The law up until July said that, right?
Yes.
That you had to have.
But from jump. As a parent, no, I know what you're saying, but like I said, from jump as a parent, you need to actually be a parent from jump. Because I got plenty of people around me that never did that.
Help you with that. These kids don't like to be told nothing. Don't like to listen or figure out a new way of rage. They're going to figure out their rage. They're going to find another way to turn on their parents and want to kill them next. Angela says, it's full of these scared, coward-ass kids. Okay.
It's really all about your upbringing, because I got plenty of people around me, like my two cousins here, that don't care about no gun, and they listen to Young Boy, they listen to all that. So I'm not gonna keep sitting up here and making it seem like it's the music that's getting into these kids' head. It's simply because yes, prime example. So it's like I say all the time, it's simply because the influence in real life, how you was raised. If you was raised and saw all that, and you want to be like that next person, like Auntie say, you're going to always automatically try to fit in with that crowd. It's all about fitting in. It's all about following. It's all about supporting that act, following the trend. That's what it is nowadays. I'm not even going to say it's about no music, social media, nothing.
Great. That's excellent point, E. Especially when you said you got two examples right here that listen to that hardcore music and they don't feel like that life is theirs.
I listen to it too. You don't see me want to go fight. I don't agree that it's the music.
Harry says all young people are not thinking about walking away from arguments if someone mistaken just stepping on the shoe. What have you? She said, "Oh, what have you?" It's so much. It is a lot.
Yes, Grandma. I'm not gonna let somebody step on my shoe. I get mad.
But that was she just explained. I want to go into war.
I get upset. Don't step on my shoe. You see my shoe, but I ain't gonna fight you. But I'm just gonna say.
She said, "Baby, Texas is the wild, wild west open carry state. Georgia open carry state too. We just became open carry state. It's sad to have to walk out your house every day and might be a victim of gun violence just because you was in the wrong place. And that's the part that pisses me off the most right there, is because now it's shooting just for nothing. Y'all, the shooting now is beyond. It don't even be provoked. Just anything make you shoot people now, and it's ridiculous. I don't know what it is. I'm like, damn, they don't think life important?
And that's another thing. We gotta stop also blaming it on it's who you hang around, it's where you be. No, you can get shot in the crossfire.
That's what she's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what she's saying. It don't matter where you at.
I'm agreeing with her.
I know, baby. You can walk out your front door and it's complete a whole war outside, and you just walk outside.
2-year-olds getting killed because they playing in their front yard because drive-by shootings happening. So we're not gonna sit up here and act like bullets got a name on it. You never know where that bullet gonna make it to. It's crazy.
Next question. What's a good age to become a parent?
29.
And why?
Simply because you done lived your whole 20s, you done had a ball, you done had your fun. And I mean, you still have your whole 30s by that time you kid, at least to be 10, 12. Don't be having them babies at 24, 25 like our parents did. That's why they was yeah, 21 actually. He said I'm mistaken, 21 and 20. Don't be doing that. We were mistakes, I believe, because ain't no way I would have had my baby at 20, 21. I haven't seen nothing. I haven't lived no type of life yet to be having no baby. I automatically had to go into mommy mode. That means I got to get a house, an apartment, clothes and shoes for not only me, but my kids too. I don't play like that.
So 29 for you. Yeah, what about it?
Hopefully.
Not in the teens, of course. I say.
You know, say what y'all was mistakes is crazy.
I feel like any age above like 22, when you like financially stable and comfortable in life, that's when you should have kids. Because I don't think there's really no age limit on having them, minus your teens. Don't do that. But,
well, if you got it in your teens.
If you got it in your teens, you shouldn't have it in your teens. Why are you having a kid?
I'm trying
17,
to. Why are you having kids in high school, bro? You shouldn't
say what that was, Erica. That's crazy that you said that.
They was.
Sheesh. Tara says she's 50 now. I'm not gonna lie, we having fun at an old age. That girl called us 50. Mistakes is crazy, E. 25 to
definitely
30
overrated.
for Jada. Jada, you say 25 to 30. Okay. Bree threw up. Oh no, she laughing. Okay.
25 to 30.
The emojis on here look ugly.
That's quick, y'all. 25. I'm being realistic with myself. 25 to 30 is around the corner when you go to turn 20. That's around the corner. And in today's time, just be financially stable if you're gonna have a kid. You can have a kid at 21, but if you make the money and you got it, I say go for it. But anything in the teen age area, keep that away. But if you 20 and up, I say go for it if you have it. But even if you
ain't got it.
Even if some people do got it at 29.
Yeah, but
I say 22.
But I'm talking about the YouTube sensation.
No, I'm not just talking about the YouTube sensation. I'm talking about hairstyles and all. They got it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't care about the money you have, and I'm talking about the mindset. And y'all definitely ain't got it. So 20 is why I say outrageous. Now go ahead.
Yeah, I say.
Yeah, I was more so talking about the financially aspect.
It don't
of
just
everything.
take finances.
Yeah, it
don't
don't
just take finance.
That's how you know I'm
that's
not ready.
Why you know you ain't ready right there. Thank you. 19 definitely ready. 20 ain't ready. It take more than finances.
We got
to do this.
I don't know. I say 29 because you don't live. You don't your wine and grew. I mean, your mind and grew wiser.
Whenever your frontal lobe grows.
Yeah, I said one thing we did make sure was y'all had everything y'all needed. Period. Point blank. I don't care how old we was. Too much responsibility in the 20s already, and the kid is doing too much. It is, Bree. It is.
Girl,
and I would
please.
tell y'all, I would say that to y'all right now.
Well, Bree, stop
sending.
Let me say something on record. Stop sending me stuff till I have one. Go ahead.
When I had my first kid, I know I wasn't mentally ready. You had certain things you got to become ready for. And if you know you need a little bit more time, live your life. That's 21 is young. It's a young age. And high school is definitely young. So live your life. Have a great time. I got a niece and their cousin is 20 or 27 now, 26.
I have no idea, but I know she don't have no kids.
But she's married with no children. She's doing her thing, and I applaud her for that. Enjoy your life. When you're ready to bring them into the world, bring them into the world. Don't do it when you're 49, but at least don't wait to 40, because that's when you're gonna be an old lady having kids. Jada says people mature and be ready at different times in their lives, so when you know you can fully raise a child in the right way, do you, boo? Okay. Siobhan says, what does Siobhan say, Jackie?
I know that's
Facebook
I know that's right. If I could turn back in time, I would have waited until I was about 29, 30.
Okay. I agree, E. Wait till you financially stable.
Because baby, if you don't got the coin, you don't
You
need
gotta
to
be
be
financially stable, but you definitely gotta be mentally stable.
Matter of fact,
too.
don't even have sex if you don't have the coin.
Being realistic, we not white. I would have loved to wait until my 30s. It's hard these days to not just have a baby daddy. Ooh.
Oh my God, she took a whole different conversation.
Latoya says, shit, I'm 38 and still mentally stumped. Bree laugh. See, that's for you, E, not me. Our 20s and y'all 20s mentally is very different. Now, bingo. Now, let's go ahead and step into that reality. Half of the things that y'all just saying at 19 and 20, we saw when we was 12.
And that's the problem.
So it wasn't because it just what it happened to be in that time frame. We were more responsible mentally. We probably didn't have the finances together, but we had the mental state of mind. A little bit more than what y'all would have. Y'all are real children. And I don't have no problem with that. I absolutely don't have any issue with it. But I wish y'all would act like that on every level and not be out here thinking you grown enough to carry guns when you mentally unprepared to do those things. Jada says, real auntie, Bree, like they brother. Now,
wait, breathe.
I can't deal with Jada right now.
And breathe.
Now, Don, straight facts. I'm telling you, we're more mentally. Ooh. Baby said, don't even have sex. Who said that?
Me. Don't. If you don't have the funds, you don't need to be laying down with nobody.
And Angela said, married and financially stable. No age to it. All depends on the person. Definitely depends on the person. We got one last good question before we get off because I'm going over my time. But I want to go ahead and ask this last question. Do you feel, Black role models, do you feel like you have good role models? And if they are good role models, what have they taught you? One key thing that your Black role model has taught you, if you have one. One key thing.
No, my mom, she's my role model, you know. My mom taught me right from wrong. That's a very good key thing right there. Take it from me.
What's this? You surrender when you throw your hands up?
Take it from me, guys. Take it from me.
So with the right from wrong, what elements would you say that the right and wrong thing you were able to use that? What situations were you able to use her teachings in? Give me one example, just one.
It's a lot of
It's a lot of examples, Kel. So I know you.
I feel like, I don't know. She used to talk about, being a follower, a leader and not a follower. Knowing right from wrong from that. So if I see some people or group of people doing this, and I know it's not right, then I should go and do my own thing. Like that, yeah.
So going the other direction.
This girl say no good role models but my mom. That wasn't a question.
Okay. Eric, you want to go next or you want Jay to go?
Jay, you can go ahead and go.
Jay. Which one? Who want to go first?
Jay
said Judy. Go ahead.
A good thing I learned from my role model, which is my mom, but I do have other ones because we did have good other role models, Jada. But I would say something my mom actually taught me was don't rush nothing. Like everything that's happening in your life gonna happen on your pace. Don't try to move too fast because you see somebody else on a different level than you, whether you 19 or 20 and you 20 and they just bought their first apartment, you still living with me. Like, don't never rush your success because it's gonna be a time and a place where everything fall into place for you. So she always taught me just don't rush it. Everything happens for a reason and it's gonna be your season soon.
My role model was my mom. She could talk. She taught me
all y'all mamas, y'all role models.
She talking about community.
That's nice.
What is she talking about? No, you'll do it off the podcast.
Go, Jay.
She taught me
one good thing. Don't overthink it with all the different things you have learned. Just think of one that has sat with you.
One that sat with me.
Mm-hmm. One that you know you can utilize daily.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, putting forth. I mean, giving 100 every day of the week.
Give it 100. Okay, that's a good one though, because that way you know you ain't half-assing it, right? So when you give me an example of what you had to give 100 every day of the weekend, what do you have to be your very best in every single day?
School.
School. Golly. Okay, well, that's a good response too. But I was thinking more along the lines of you being you. You got to give you 100% every day of being Jaden. Like, so every day you're gonna learn something new to enhance Jaden every single day. So that's what she's saying, putting forth the effort for, because you know when you put forth the effort, you get to bring in those things that are gonna make you more of who you are. Because 14, you don't know everything. 14, everything about you hasn't developed. So you're still learning you. So putting forth that effort is important. Yes, ma'am. Yes. All right. She talking about Erica. I don't know what you said that made Bree say that.
Grandma, that's why I said, Grandma, I have more role models than my mom. So I don't know why. I don't know what Jada's talking about in the comments. So Grandma.
Oh my God, and they don't feel to the comments. Jada talking about community people be faking it in the church. People.
What is she
She's talking about the church. That's her opinion. That's her opinion. I know, but that's her opinion. Terrence says, my mom taught me looks and everything. Be nice to everybody. You will have an outside family beyond your family, and you will. That's real. Treat every job like it's the best job ever. That's a lot, Terrence.
Yeah.
But I like it though. I like it. Some jobs
I was about to say that. I can't.
I'm just gonna be there 2 weeks.
I wasn't finna agree with that one, Terrence.
Yeah, I'm joking. Harriet say, children, I have said so much to you all growing up. And she has. Yes,
yeah, Grandma, I remember one thing you said.
Yes, Granny, you have.
Granny, you said you would put us to the center. We won't know how we got there.
Staying true to you always takes you further in life. That's real. Okay, y'all. So, Jada said, yes, Grandma, you have. She when she said role models, I think the kids think more so outside of the family or just their mom. Most of the times, that's how it be. It's either gonna be, if y'all ask me about role models, y'all must be asking me about somebody outside of my family. You can have a family role model. You definitely can. But they gotta want that to be their family role model. That's their choice. All right, so thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate my special guests for dropping in today and being on the show and giving us their time and attention. We're gonna bring them back a little. All right, so sorry about that, y'all. It kicked me all the way out. I don't even know how that happened, but I appreciate y'all. We're gonna bring them back so they can keep on getting more acclimated to talking to
yes,
people.
We're gonna have
because I like their commentary, and these young men are very intelligent. Young men, I can't reach that. But I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in today, and thank our guests. Give them a round of applause. Let's see them round of applause that's come across that screen. Thank y'all so much for all of y'all time and attention today. They were very, very dedicated to answering, regardless of how long it took them to respond. Okay. We will see them another time, but I will see y'all again next week, same time, same place at SW Live. You can catch us live on YouTube and on Facebook every Wednesday. Thank y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.